How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Toasty DIY, and today we have another desk build for you all. And today we've got the actual listing up here for it, and this is the Huano, I want to say Huano, HNESD electric standing desk, and this one was sent to us actually by Huano. They got three color options. They have this brown, this black, and this light brown. And I don't know which one we have today, but as far as the dimensions go, it's a 40-inch wide by 24. All right, so before we continue the video, you can see here on the screenshot as I froze the picture, it's actually 48 inches wide, not 40. I don't know why they have 40 there, but just a longer desk, and that's better for the buyer, I guess. And then you can also go from 27.9 inches in height all the way up to 46.5 inches. And for the low price of $139, this is a pretty cheap and affordable standing desk. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox it all and show you guys all the features, and I'm also gonna let you guys know how the build process went with this whole desk. So let's get right into it. All right, so here's everything that comes in the box, and overall, just before we get into all this kind of stuff, I want to talk about the packaging, and packaging is pretty solid. So everything that came in the box was on the bottom as far as components go, and then these were on the top. They had these plastic pieces on the corners of the actual desk itself, so that definitely helped avoid any kind of damage. And then this foam is a pretty good, nice foam. It's kind of squishy, so it absorbs a lot of that shipping damage if anything happens to these. So I'd say if you bought one of these, it'd probably show up in really good shape like mine did. So that's a plus we'd like to see for even a cheap desk like this, because I've had a lot of things shipped to me that just don't end up in good shape. So anyways, the one downside that I know that I've already seen about this desk is the fact that the tabletop is in two pieces. Not the biggest deal, especially if you have that like a big desk mat, but that is one thing to note if you are a little more adamant about having one solid piece of tabletop. As far as instructions go, these do look pretty straightforward. It's gonna be like any other standing desk, but I will say, as far as instructions clarity and the manual and everything, this is one of the nicer ones that I've seen, which I do really like to see, and I'll make sure to let you guys know if it's actually accurate and if it's actually any easier than a normal desk to build. The legs are kind of small overall in terms of size, but for this size of a desk, I don't think it will be that big of an issue. And aside from that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. Assembly seems pretty straightforward, so we're gonna get crack into it and I'll let you guys know. I finally got a desk set up, and honestly, this is probably my favorite budget desk I've ever built in terms of standing desks. This thing was actually really easy to build. The instructions were some of the best I've ever seen, probably on par with like FlexiSpot in terms of their quality of an instruction manual, which is really good for a desk that's only 139 bucks compared to a desk that's normally like $500. So that wins a lot of points in my book here for this desk. Well, again, only downside that I think is this two-piece design in the middle of the desk. But again, that's not gonna affect too much in terms of if you have a giant desk mat on your desk, especially for a desk this small. But this one for a budget desk is pretty solid. They do have this built-in little cable organizer here, which is pretty nice. And then they also give you 4 of the normal loops that you can cable manage with. So I only have 2 installed right now because I don't know where the plug's gonna be permanently, but the control manual, it is pretty basic. You have 4 preset options as well. And then for the raise and lower feature, I will say it is a bit kind of slow whenever you're doing this, but that's probably the only gripe I'd say that you're losing out on with this budget desk here. As you can see here, yeah, kind of slow to raise up and down, but I mean, overall, that's a pretty small complaint, especially when you're not doing this like every single day. So that's definitely a small thing you can get out of the way. But aside from that, this desk is pretty sweet. Yeah, pretty sturdy overall, and that's with nothing on it. So when you get a full setup on here, I don't think it's gonna be going anywhere. I give this the seal of approval. This might be the best desk I've ever reviewed on the channel here in terms of budget desk options. Gotten much worse things in, and I think this black option is pretty sleek, and I think you can't go wrong with it. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below if you wanted to check this out yourself. It probably will be an affiliate link, and they do have a couple other things that I'll be reviewing as well. And I hope you like this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.